Max Verstappen has become really famous since he entered Formula One, but how did he get there, and what was his childhood like? Not many motorsport fans have taken the time to know Max Verstappen from age 0 to where he is now. Take a look at the life journey of a Formula One driver and get inspired throughout this video. But before we get into the video, if you are new here, please press the bell button to stay up to date so you don't miss out on any video of Max Verstappen Formula One. Those of you new to Formula One may not be familiar with him as he goes by the full name Max Emilian Verstappen. On the 30th of September 1997, Max was born in Hasselt, Belgium, and grew up with his mother Sophie Kumpen and his father Jos Verstappen, and 2 years later, his younger sister Victoria Verstappen. Did you know Max comes from a family with a long history of motorsports? His father, mother, and cousin were also experienced drivers. Max began practicing kart racing at the age of 4. The young driver had been undergoing strict training in racing before he was a teenager. As a 7-year-old, he competed at the Mini Junior Championships, where he performed well. As a kart racer, winner Max Verstappen has been winning races for years. A young Max won his first national championship at 9 years old and is known for his intelligent driving style. Then, from his childhood, the boy was naturally accustomed to driving fast cars. Furthermore, Max Verstappen hails from a lovely family. A lot of Max Verstappen's family members are passionate about motorsports. His father, Jos Verstappen, used to drive for the Netherlands in Formula One. He was a mainstay in Formula One for most of the 90s. In the meantime, Sophie, Max's mother, has some records as a karting expert. Max looked up to his father as a child, and thanks to him, his life has been planned for years. Max Verstappen's parents come from different countries. His father, Jos Verstappen, is Dutch and born in the Netherlands, and his mother, Sophie, is from the same city that Max was born in, Hasselt, Belgium. The fact that he is Belgian but has Dutch roots will always associate him with his Dutch heritage. Max grew up in a Belgian town near the Dutch border, where he was surrounded by more Dutch people and where they speak the same language, so you can see how his parents raised him there. It is therefore sufficient to state that Max Verstappen is Belgian Dutch. He feels more Dutch as he spends a lot more time with his dad than with his mother since they separated. He also mentioned that at a certain point, he was only in Belgium to eat and sleep, but that most of his life was in the Netherlands. That's why he feels Dutch. Max actually wanted to race at the age of 4, but his father thought that he should wait. Crying, Max convinced his parents to let him start earlier. In the beginning, no priority was given to formal education. Max never liked school, but among Dutch Belgians, going to school was seen as an obligation. A few classes would have been skipped by Max because of his commitment to racing. Meanwhile, his father supported him in not attending school because he saw his potential in the sport. However, he was expected to be in class at the time. Max's father would trade classes for racing when he saw his son's talent. Max's parents hired a private tutor for him so that they would not neglect the education of their son. He would attend school once a week and learn privately in his spare time, enabling him to race more often. Moreover, as the son of a renowned racing driver, he felt great pressure to follow in his father's footsteps. As a youngster, Max drove a Rotax Minimax under supervision of his dad. His performance at the Mini Championship proved that he had already advanced to a high level. The young boy believed that he would follow the exact path that his father had used when he was a boy. As a teenager, Max raced in a CRG kart owned by his father. With this, he swept both Belgian and Dutch Minimax championships flawlessly. In addition to winning the Belgian Cadet Championship, he also had success in the youth field. He gained international recognition through the victories in 2010. In his early teens, he had won just about everything there is to win in racing, so he was sure he would go international. Further, Max participated in several competitions on his first international stage, gaining experience in some and winning some. It was his win at the 2013 World KZ Championships held in France that he considered to be one of his best wins. Upon acquiring the racer, Red Bull made a lot of money. At the age of 17, he moved directly into Formula One from Formula 3 during the Australian Grand Prix in 2015. There was a lot of hype surrounding Max's entry into Formula One, but his performance justified the hype. The 17-year-old is a rare talent, having set the record for driving in his first World Championship race at such a young age. It is obvious that Max delivers on track, and Red Bull does not wish to lose their star driver. As time goes on, the media finds it increasingly difficult to discuss his career success without mentioning the impact on his household. Throughout Max's life, Max's father has taken an active interest in his success. In contrast, he has also shown a level of maturity to know that his father was right about him. Meanwhile, you may not know that Max's parents separated years ago. However, he still received their full support, as well as support from other family members. The Dutchman acknowledges that he doesn't live a lavish life in response to the question of how he spends his money. He does, however, know how to spend his money on a good house. In Monaco, a city famous for its casinos and excess wealth, Max lives in a luxurious house. Monaco is also home to amazing events like Monaco Yacht Show and the Grand Prix de Monaco. In addition to being a kart racer, he is also likely to be a car lover. In 2015, Max Verstappen bought his first car, a Renault Sport RS. Additionally, he owns an Aston Martin DB11, a 2018 Vantage, and a Porsche 911 GT3 RS supercar. Even though he is young and has a relatively short career so far, the driver's monetary value is astounding. The Formula One racing industry was the source of his wealth. Among the top earners in the sport, Max's Red Bull salary puts him among the highest paid. He gets a fixed income from Red Bull every year between 30 and 35 million euros, the vast majority of which is given as a one-time payment and is not based on race results. In addition, there are various bonuses to be gained through victories. From 2022, Max Verstappen will make about 50 million euros a year at Red Bull, sources tell the media. Accordingly, the Dutchman will make about as much money as Lewis Hamilton, a 7-time world champion. If Verstappen remains with Red Bull, it will be the longest partnership in Formula One history between a driver and a team. Additionally, he will beat the mark for most races at one team. In the name of Schumacher at Ferrari, that record currently stands at 180. Max was 17 years old when he entered Formula One and was the youngest driver in Formula One history. In 2015, when he was driving for the Toro Rosso team, he broke the record. It doesn't end there. He is the youngest winner of a Formula One race in history, and it was his debut with Red Bull. He was promoted from Toro Rosso to replace the out-of-form Daniil Kvyat. Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg collided on the first lap at the Spanish Grand Prix, allowing the Dutchman to take the lead from Ferrari's Kimi Räikkönen. Since Max's following and popularity are growing, he is a highly demanded driver among brands, making him one of the most marketable on the grid. Jumbo supermarkets, Ziggo, Red Bull, G-Star Raw, and CarNext are his main sponsors. Furthermore, Max Verstappen became the 7th Formula One driver with the most race victories in the sport's 72-year history with his win at the Canadian Grand Prix. It's even more impressive that he achieved all of this by a young age, when most Formula One stars are still finding their footing. As of today, Verstappen has made 150 starts, earned 67 podiums, won many races, and won a world championship. According to the way things are going in 2022, he'll be defending his title this season. Having a huge race calendar in front of him and being under contract until 2028, through the longest contract in Formula One history, Max is certain to break all manner of records before hanging up his helmet. So what can you say about Max's Formula One journey? Do you think it's impressive? Let us know in the comments, and tell us what you would like to see in the next videos. Don't forget to subscribe with a post notification so you don't miss out on Max Verstappen Formula One. Thank you for watching.